Alright, so this is a ranked battle, and I was going to just kind of give you my thoughts on how to play these things. Last night I finally made it to tier 5, and here's kind of the teams. You can see once you get to 5, you start getting like the Otters, the Mahus, the Bulbas, things like that. Villains, a lot of G's around. So, and these games play very differently than normal. Like, see down here, these group of bat chats went this way, which is fairly unusual for a pubby game. And yeah, so my basic philosophy on these are do not overextend, and don't try to. You can't be like the bully that you can be in tier 10 pubs. One is they're all tier 10 tanks, so you're not as OP versus the other guys. But the other thing is the teams in these things hang back a lot more than they normally do. And if you overextend, you're likely to, one, get focused out because the players are good, and two, you're going to lose. I mean, even if you don't get focused out, you're going to lose HP and finish bottom 3. So it's better to be a little bit more conservative than normal. Now, if you're a conservative player anyway, you probably are doing the right amount of conservative play. So you can see our team is fairly split. This other team did not send anything down this way, and that's fairly usual for this type of battle. Like the good teams and good players know better than to like go this way. And I'm not hopeful that we're going to win this fight, already based on what's going to happen, what's looking like here, right? So we've dedicated 4 tanks, and they've dedicated 1 to this side. So they have a massive overmatch on this side. And like you can see, some of our guys pushed out aggressively, which is a decent play in pubs, but here it's just not. It's not what you probably want to do. So I'm kind of playing the second line support, just bleeding HP. Anyway, so you can see in pub matches usually this would have already kind of, the other team would have already started to push in on us. They've been a little bit slower. And really what you want to look to do is you want to be, depending on, how it's evolved, but especially if you're in a situation where the other team has a lot more tanks on your side of the map, you want to try to be that second line of defense kind of tank. Get the little bit of damage you can get, but number one is be able to get out of that failed flank before your entire team dies. All right, so you can see like here in a pub match, I would a lot of times I would just try to hold a position knowing that we're going to lose the game, I might as well try for the win. But these don't, it's important to get damage in a loss, or get XP in a loss. Which this game is looking to me like it's going to be a pretty certain loss. So I'm just going to kind of retreat back to this next spot to defend on. Well, that was a fun low shot. And yeah, so this is kind of my recommendation for when you're going to lose a pub match or lose a ranked battle, is find a way to be the tank that spots whenever they have to push into your cap or push to that next level. So I am just going to hole up here and just, my only goal right now is to go for spotting damage. I'll do a little bit, but I want them to absolutely get punished whenever they try to push into me. And these teams are a little better than pub teams, so like all those guys were ready for that. In a pub match, that would not happen. They would have been totally clueless and you would have died. But these guys are looking for damage. So yeah, and I'm in a fairly unusual spot actually here. I know they're already died, so I don't have to worry about getting hit here. And yeah, I'm just gonna like basically hold here. And I've done a little bit of damage, 1700, not a ton. And but yeah, all I'm trying to do, like, I mean, they have their entire team here. I'm looking for ways to bump up my XP, right? We're still even on HP. We could technically win this, but usually once you lose the 2 line on Abby, you go down pretty quick after that. The old 113 ammo rack. You notice I have 2 repair kits on this tank. It's amazing how often you get ammo racked in this thing. But fires aren't too bad, so have a little bit of a firefighting crew. And this, you notice how the other team went dark right here and here and there, and have been dark for quite a while. Like these things turn into these weird, like stalemates mid-game. So we're 7 minutes in, and nobody is doing anything. They're just barely poking, barely whatever. It's incredibly normal, and that's why I say like try to take up a spotting position for that second fight, because the other teams are so passive, they won't usually run over you. Like normally, if I was here where I'm at, the team would just push up, run over me, just push straight into our cap, and they would have won the game very decisively, very quickly. But yeah, so I'm just gonna hold back and you know do much of nothing. We both fired at the same time and I died. So yeah, this game is going to end. This game is going to end as a loss for my team. But by getting a large amount of spotting damage and then getting in, a decent amount of damage, I was able to break and not lose a chevron in this loss. So I really think the key to these things is, like I said, you got to recognize that your side's going to lose quickly, and as soon as you recognize it, one is you shouldn't have overextended already, and then fall back when you do and farm as much spotting and damage as you can before you die. Yeah, that's it.